Have you ever heard of MKUltra? Project MKUltra was a series of tests devised by the US government in the 50s.
Their only goal in life is to keep the deadening chemicals forever in their heart's blood.
Tests were done on people to see if psychotropic drugs had any effect on brainwashing people. The project was headed by Sidney Gottlieb, seen here. The tests were based heavily on Nazi concentration experiments, and MKUltra is often seen as a continuation of those experiments, which were conducted in concentration camps like Dachau and Auschwitz. Cold War tensions were high, and Russia and China were rumored to be carrying out similar tests. The fear of brainwashed spies, sleeper agents, and mind control seems like something out of a spy movie, but it actually happened.
I needed a fix bad. So bad I didn't care whether I lived or died.
At this time, the country paranoia was so high that the government allocated $90 million to carry out these experiments. The tests used a variety of mind-altering drugs, from morphine, heroin, and amphetamines, to mescaline, psilocybin, and most notably, LSD. The hopes of the experiment were to create a sort of truth serum, to combine psychotropic drugs with psychological conditioning in order to control the human mind. The CIA hoped that if they were able to create a truth serum, that they could use it for political gain, like controlling political figures such as Fidel Castro. Instead, LSD gave users a euphoric feeling and almost a sense of open-mindedness. Most tests were carried out on captured prisoners or suspected communist empathizers. Most tests were carried out in secret detention centers to avoid any legal ramification. Sometimes, though, tests were actually filmed, like these soldiers here who were given LSD and asked to perform drills. After a few hours of drills, the men could not help themselves but giggle. This woman right here was actually filmed during her trip, and you can see her reaction.
This is a glass of water, colorless, tasteless. It contains 100 gamma of LSD-25, 1/10 of a milligram, the equivalent of 1/600th of a grain.
Good heavens. You know what went through me? It passed right through me. I mean, can't you feel it? Everything is so beautiful and lovely and alive.
To this day, we don't know how many people were tested on. Before the experiments were made public knowledge in the 70s, the documents of the project were destroyed. And since the project, the government has shifted its perception on drugs.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams. Drug and alcohol abuse is becoming the largest killer in the country. If you or someone you know has a chemical dependency problem, Parents Against Alcohol and Drugs wants you to know help is available.
The government and the public cracked down on drug use and heavily promoted the dissuasion of drugs.
Surrenders his dignity and lays his future on the chopping block.
Whether it remains illegal or if it becomes attainable, like alcohol or marijuana. As public perception has changed, the future of some drugs like LSD is uncertain. Thanks for watching.